Good afternoon, which is weird to say on a Galaxy's Edge podcast. My name is Walt, and I'll be your host as we load charge packs, slap into some armor, and board the boarding ramp while JR's new hound lets us know that we're all doing it wrong.
He gives me the judging eyes if he doesn't like my music choices.
Really? Is it the music choices?
Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I think he's just judging you, man.
It could be true. How you doing today, JR?
Doing outstanding. And yourself?
I haven't had nearly enough caffeine for this, so yeah, there's that. Speaking of caffeinated, and I got nothing to follow that up. The caffeine has not been flowing fast enough. Broadcasting live from our studios in Discord, we have Dark Ops Daniel. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. It's a little early for me because I'm used to being up just in the night, but it's okay. If I get to spend time with you, it's all good.
You being the Galaxy's Edge fan club, or
That's
you.
pretty weird. That's pretty weird. You, Walt.
a little bit.
So you just do the Folgers dip and you'll be okay.
Folgers is for sissies. We have a big roundtable today because right immediately following this, we are going to go into a quick play test of the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game. And we're going to go around the board real quick and introduce the players who are going to help us with that. Starting off with Dark Ops 91, Archangel.
What's up, fellas?
Yo. We have Dark Ops 501, Templar.
Yo.
That was very underwhelming. Zero Balance, rocking the bottom of the board.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, well, there we go. Now we got some enthusiasm. And just sitting on top of J.R. Handley's dumpster fire, cooking slowly and ever roasting so lovely, we have Dark Ops 93, Bubba.
Hey.
So enthusiastic.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I am like the least enthusiastic person you'll meet. I could go even less.
No,
I'll
don't get
challenge
weird.
you to that.
Dark Ops Daniel, hit us with some Discord love.
So over in Garrett's workbench, that's been popping up pretty frequently last couple nights. Roadblock has been teaching Reaper how to build a forge and look into blacksmithing, so that's kind of cool. Leeges are getting all set up in the Obsidian Crow workout bay and getting ready to try to crush those New Year's resolutions, of course. At least in ways that permit, which is cool. I like that. It's good to get your goals set and move forward.
Right.
There's been some general book talk. People talked about books they like and they don't like. A lot of people are either digging Exigency or they haven't gotten to it, and so like, man, Dark Operator is boring, and that's just like, just trust me. You get to Exigency and it'll be a little bit different, So, it's interesting to see that. And of course, there's food like the steak, or no, a roast that somebody smoked. It looked really good. It was just like, oh, I really wish I was there.
It's really cool because the Discord has become like a one-stop shop community for like anything. If you have sharp teeth, it's anything you could really want. I mean, from books to baking, the perfect, whatever, and so that it doesn't burn. And I mean, even like prepper. There's a whole prepper like section, isn't there, JR?
There is. Legion Survival, I think we called it.
Yep. Legion Survival Program.
And we did.
It was fine, man. You didn't have to mute it. Go ahead.
No, I was just sometimes your dog gets going and then he sets off Elvis. But yeah, it's nice, and it's a totally different vibe to the Discord community than the one we've got going on over at Facebook. So it's kind of nice. Those that are confrontational have self edited themselves from the group, so you don't see as much of the drama over there sometimes.
Right on. Right on. So speaking of drama, the other night on New Year's Eve, if you didn't catch it, there was some Whoa, holy feedback. There was some magic that happened over on the Galaxy's Edge YouTube. And I'm going to share it here because it was shared community-wide, and it was just fantastic. Now, granted, insiders got to see this a little bit ahead of time, which was just absolutely banging. It was awesome. So we're going to do this. We're going to share audio because you have to. And it's magic, and here we go.
Galaxy's Edge, Season 2, by Jason Onslaught and Nick Cole. Written by Austin Murray. I'm back.
Hell yeah. What'd you
Short,
guys think?
sweet, and to the point.
Right?
No matter how many
What'd you guys
times I
think of
see it,
that?
it never gets old.
Oh yeah, it's just too good.
The funny thing was when that dropped live, everyone was like, "Wait, that's it?" We were expecting something longer, and Jason was like, "That's why we call it a teaser." he was roasting people in the chat. It was hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was so stoked when they dropped that. I was like, that's pretty cool. And RC Bray just, he just seems like a cat that that if he gets a couple beers in him, he is like the life of the party.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. I mean, if you see his email updates, they're pretty funny in how he goes through them.
Have you ever seen his blooper reels?
His blooper reels? No,
Yeah.
I gotta fight.
Yeah, some of
got
the-
links?
Wait,
Some
don't
of
they have
books-
blooper reels for him with Helldivers?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
X4.
And
X4.
X4.
At the end of them, he'll sometimes have a little blooper reel, and it's funny as hell because he'll be doing like a character
They're
voice,
amazing.
and then all of a sudden he's just like, "Oh god damn!"
Or he says something
Oh
that makes
my
no
God.
sense
We gotta,
and he just breaks character and goes, "Wait, that's stupid. Let me try that again."
Right on.
You
All
gotta
right.
be a little careful, Daniel, because we got the come to OBA speech from Jason about that time where we let the Marine on and language went up. Yeah.
Hey! I moderated myself. Don't you slap my pee-pee. That's my job.
So speaking of slapping, Zero Balance. I guess you're our featured insider for today. Who are you and what's on your wanted poster?
Well, I'm Zero Balance. I suppose my wanted poster would be General Debauchery and Tactical Acquisition.
You were about to say theft.
No,
I
no,
like it.
never.
All right. Hit me. How'd you get into GE?
The ads, I got tired of looking at the ads. They were really compelling. Got the first book and
He was bullied into it.
quickly started getting all the rest of them shortly after.
Right on. Have you read the whole series?
I had most of it.
Right on.
I just got the finished up the new season 2 book.
Without spoiling, what'd you think of the end? Were
It
your
went
mind
a whole
blown?
direction I was not expecting.
Right? I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So was Snorkel your favorite character or what?
Snorkel, yeah. Him and Papa Smurf. I gotta tell you though, I was rage banging stuff in the house. I'm like, that can't be how it ends.
Okay, I was okay.
What do you call it? What's your favorite book in the series?
Ooh, I think Chasing the Madame Guillotine.
Is this like asking who's your favorite kid?
It's close. There's so many choices. It's hard to narrow it down.
Right on. If you had a favorite character in the series, who would it be?
Like everyone, Ford.
Oh, right on. Right on. Who do you have a favorite secondary character? Somebody who doesn't necessarily have the spotlight, but
Probably
still
Keel.
shows up. Who is it?
Keel, yeah.
Four to the same people.
Not really spoiled for choice or anything, are you?
Oh my
Technically,
god.
wouldn't that be reversed?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. What do you do outside of GE? Do you have any cool hobbies or have a cool job that people would be interested in?
Well, I'm a Army helicopter mechanic.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'm about to pick up Staff Sergeant once I get ALC, so that'll
Oh,
be good.
Nice. Did you do all the online stuff that goes with all that garbage now?
It was a pain to say the least. I don't even think it teaches you anything. It's just all scenario. Click here, click here. It's like, oh well, which one sounds like what I wouldn't do? That's the answer.
Uh-huh. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I got out before. Oh, go ahead.
You're saying crash the chopper into the ground is not an amicable solution?
It is if you want to keep helicopter mechanics gainfully employed.
It sounds like service-wide. Which is the stupidest choice? That one. That's the right answer.
Yep. And it's not really different than it was back in the day. It's just the fact that now it's online. Mm-hmm. So you instead of having to have some like 90-year-old E5 up in the front, sitting there going, and then when two guys or a guy and a girl get together, what did this slide say again? And you just like, dear God, please somebody bomb that shit out of this building.
Yeah, I'm worried whenever we start getting back in the big swing once this COVID stuff's behind us, because I haven't gone to my quarterly PowerPoint, and I don't want to know how bad that's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be harsh.
It's just a super condensed PowerPoint for like 3-4 hours, and you just have to sit there.
72 hours later.
Oh God,
3 or 4 hours is mild, Daniel. That's very mild for a PowerPoint.
Oh, I didn't know how bad that was.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
It's that SpongeBob cut that says 3 weeks later.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you see people emaciated; they're chained to their chairs. Good times. That was fun, Archangel. So jumping back into the GE train.
Sorry.
No, it's good, man. It's good. Let people
look. If you're going to rob a bank, there's no sense hiding it. Just count the money in the open. It's all good.
Yeah.
How do we go from family stuff to let's rob a bank? I'm fine with it, JR.
Hey, some people family stuff is robbing a bank.
Well,
you got me there. You got me there.
Depends what part of North Virginia you're in. So we on a couple weeks ago, right before Christmas, we had Exigency drop on audio, and the great thing about it is Doc is really pushing those books. So we got a couple more that are going to hit very, very soon. The insiders have gotten all the way to what he's finished so far. But having them on audio is really a nice treat, because you can, when JR is being dragged around the neighborhood by his dog, you can listen to how a special forces operator would have handled it.
That's mean.
Right?
You're implying that
doesn't make it less true.
Track JR.
Right, but one thing.
In a fight with a special operator, does that count?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's like almost infantry, right?
And no, don't get weird. The last thing I really wanted to hit on real quick before we tackle the end of this abbreviated podcast was that insiders received not only super secret project number 47 from Nick and Jason, which was absolutely mind-blowing. If you like GE, this was a nice twist. But also we received word that Takeover was transitioned to the end of season 1, because we as insiders received the first book of season 2. For those of you guys who have read it without spoilers, very important, no spoilers, what did you think of the book overall? Anybody?
I haven't read
it. Like Daniel, I'm an audio guy, so I generally
audio.
Published.
I started in on it, and I just got distracted and didn't get back to it. I think I like maybe a chapter in, not even a chapter, maybe a paragraph in.
Right on.
I'm the only one that read it.
Yeah, it looks like me and you, bro.
Through.
What was that, Templar?
I've gotten halfway through.
Right on. All right, so starting with Zero Balance, what did you think? Overall impressions?
It was good. Like, I really enjoyed it. I don't know how much to say without giving away too much.
Yeah. How about a Templar from what you read so far?
Well, I mean, I'm a very slow reader. That's why I do audio, but I just saw it and I'm like, I gotta read this. And it's probably my favorite GE book so far.
Really? Right on. I saw it. I really enjoyed the fact that Jason and because we've been speculating on this book for what is it, 6 months now, 7 months now,
At least that.
right? So I like the fact that Nick and Jason dove into this book and was like, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's garbage. That's garbage. This is a good idea, right? So they handpicked a lot of the stuff that we were all talking about in the fan club and on the podcast and in Discord, and what do you call it? And said, that's not how I would do it, but this is what we can do with that thought. And it just, oh my God, the amount of oh my God moments, like dropping my pom-poms and prancing around, to the sound of We Are the Champions, so many times in that book, you just like,
Don't get weird.
Right. Right. Such a good read. Yeah, I can't wait for this to break wide because people are really going to be talking about this a long time. And now I need book 2. It has to come. Parting thoughts before we call this a podcast, unload, and drive back into the wire. Starting with Daniel.
Well, I'm excited for May 4th because that's when our audiobook drops, and it'll be cool to finally hear book 1 of season 2. But yeah, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a fun day.
It was funny because previous Galaxy's Edge Order of the Centurion author Josh Hayes and I had a little meme war for a little while because he was like, "May the 4th be with you." So I started dropping like heresy memes in the chat, and he was calling me a heretic, and I was calling him a heretic. It was some serious bromance going on. That being said, Archangel, parting thoughts before we call it a podcast.
It's a podcast. No, I'm kidding. I'm strictly audio. I really want to start being able to read these books whenever we get them. But that being said, I am super, super stoked for season 2. I'm hearing a lot of good things from the people who have read it, and the video. I mean, the insiders kind of found out about Mr. Bob coming back a while ago, and that was awesome. And now seeing that everybody else is right there too, I'm as excited for this start of this season as I was for reading Legionnaire.
It's a huggable moment.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's definitely nice not having to keep it under wraps anymore.
Templar, parting thoughts.
Reading season 2, it's almost as enjoyable as reading Legionnaire the first time that I read it.
Right on. Good deal. Zero Balance, hit me.
I'm just looking forward to what we have coming next. This book, it was just like mind blowing. So I'm getting itchy just waiting for something else.
like, hey man, you got any more of those Galaxy's Edge books, or like
Right.
straight up eyeball itchy?
Dave
I'm not
Chappelle.
eyeball itchy yet. I just
He's
finished the
got
book,
ants.
so give it a few days.
Right. Bubba, parting thoughts.
Like Daniel, I'm big audio, and it's hard waiting till May to get RC Bray back, and probably what is going to be the longest GE book in the audio format also. But I'm definitely going to try and find a time to read this while I can.
Right on. JR, any thoughts toward anything Galaxy's Edge? Reservist too.
Working on that. I just had a conference call with Jason about some change of direction, killing some characters I thought were going to live because he's mean like that. See, I always thought it was Nick that killed everybody, but apparently Jason is the sadistic one.
Got it.
So that surprised me. I was like, no, you're killing my babies.
I think it did kill me.
Nick just likes hamburgers. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just like
So
cheeseburgers.
if you could put hamburgers and get them to make jokes about snorkels, you're good. And then as far as my other thought, I would like to see some more humanity sometimes in the Galaxy's Edge fan club over on Facebook, because sometimes you guys can be some mean to each other and take that giving each other shit a little too far. And then Daniel and I have to come in and like ground everybody, and it gets ugly, and we prefer not to have to do that.
And
It's
JR
human
doesn't like
nature.
looking at the Facebook page because it makes his brain itch. He really hates the Facebook layout, so just
Yeah, the
going
new
there
layout is
causes
just a
him pain.
Yeah, I can only do it on my phone now.
Zuckerberg and his new changes. It's like, how can I screw everyone that uses my platform and tell them I don't care about them? I know.
Yeah, that new Facebook layout is just terrible.
I mean, he's done a great job at breaking my addiction. I've gotten a lot more words in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've been on Facebook like 2 or 3 times to check some business stuff. And then the only time I bring it up on a PC now is if I need to type faster than my thumb alone can move on my phone. And then I'll bring it up, but I won't scroll through anything on my desktop. So, oh well, this is why Tyrus invented the trigger nuke. But that being said, we want to thank everybody for coming out and just sharing some time on the Galaxy's Edge podcast. Sorry this is so quick, but we're going to jump pretty much right into our second broadcast, which, damn, he was like not even waiting. He's like, bye.
I got one of
This I'm out.
And we'll catch you next time on the Galaxy's Edge podcast.